So a couple weeks ago, I got an email from a reader asking if I wanted to come drive his Hellcat. And I was like, a Dodge? I have an Aston Martin. And then my Aston Martin broke, and I haven't seen it in 2 weeks, so here I am. But here's the thing, there's a million Hellcat videos on the internet that show it revving and burning out and doing all sorts of tire smoke. I've decided to show you some of the more unusual aspects of the Hellcat you might not know about. My personal favorite thing about the Hellcat, I learned this today, when you buy a Hellcat you get two keys, a red key and a black key. The red key gives you all 707 horsepower. The black key limits you to only 500 horsepower. So if you're going to give the car to your kid, like when he's going to prom, you say, here son, take the black key. You won't die with only 500 horsepower. One of the first things you'll realize about the Challenger is it is gigantic. It weighs over 4,000 pounds, and we've just discovered that it is actually longer in length than my Range Rover, even though this is a two-door car with fairly limited rear seat space. Here's another interesting statistic I came up with after I spent about 9 minutes thinking about it. The Challenger Hellcat, I believe, is the largest stick-shift car you can buy today. I know there are trucks that are bigger. Don't tell me about the trucks. I think the Challenger Hellcat at 197.7 inches long is the largest stick-shift car you can buy today. Here's another great thing about the Hellcat you may not have learned. In the front, you got headlights. You also have, on this side, you have an air intake. This little thing that looks like a headlight, actually an air intake. You can get. Now you might be wondering, what then is on this side? Another air intake? No, it's a light. But we just figured out that it's not a real light, it is a fake light. So there's an air intake on this side, and there's a fake clear lens on this side. That's Chrysler engineering at its finest. Here's another thing about the Hellcat and the Challenger in general that's kind of a problem. Visibility. Now, I don't want to say visibility is bad. I want to say that it's the worst visibility of any modern automobile in existence. Here's why. Seeing out the front, no problem. Seeing out the side, no problem. Seeing out the back, what even is this? You could hide a rural school district in this blind spot. Here's another problem with the Hellcat. 1 pedal, 2 pedals, 3 pedals, 4 pedals. You see, the parking brake is a pedal, and it's located down here. And the parking brake release is also down here, and it's located next to the hood release. So you go searching for your parking brake release, and boom, your hood's open. Okay, so this is Mike. Mike is the owner of this Hellcat. He also runs the YouTube channel Street Speed 717. I wanted to ask Mike a couple of questions about the Hellcat, if I may.
Yes.
I'm gonna use my little microphone as a microphone. When you're driving the Hellcat, do you ever feel like you're gonna die?
No, you know what? It's honestly pretty controllable for 700 horsepower and the shitty stock tires that come with it, but it can get dicey, especially when it's cold out. You know, traction is not always absolute in this car, unfortunately.
What do you like best about your Hellcat?
I would say just the power, the crazy power. Like when you get on an on-ramp, it's just that adrenaline rush is just so fun because it's just so ridiculous from like when it hooks in second gear to how fast it is. It's a ton of fun.
How long are you gonna have this car?
Probably not too long, maybe like 5 or 6 months yet. We'll see.
Really? That's it?
The only reason why I'm selling it is because the market for them is really strong right now.
How is the market? So have you lost any money on this?
I shouldn't I should be able to break pretty much even.
What are you going to replace the Hellcat with?
I don't know yet. It's like Shelby GT350R if I get my hands on one.
Do you want a 9-year-old Range Rover with 100,000 miles on it?
I think that'd be a great project.
A great project. All right, well, let's drive this thing. I'm really excited to drive this. I've been hearing about this car for forever, and I haven't had the balls to ask for a press car yet because I would crash it and I would die. But I'm not going to crash yours.
Certainly not.
All right, let's do this. Famous last words. The drive started off pretty well. God, the handling is actually pretty good. It's also not floaty, which really helps. In a car this big, you expect it to float around, don't you think?
Yeah,
and
especially with track mode, the dampers get so hard. Like it's uncomfortable on a bad road, but it feels so good when you're on a smooth road and you're really trying to.
Let's get it in track mode. How do we do
SRT?
That was a bad idea. Eventually, I forgot I was in track mode. Then this happened.
There you go.
Shit!
We're good.
Oh my god!
I should have got that on camera.
This thing is insane! This thing is absolutely insane! Okay. Alright, let's take it off track mode. That's the end of track mode for sure.
Oh my god.
How do we go? Is there an eco mode? Can we get into, put it in valet mode and limit it to 95 horsepower? In the end, I had a great time driving the Hellcat, and I was seriously impressed with both its handling and its power. But it really is an insane car. That little incident, which didn't look like much on camera, but was actually one of the scariest things that's happened to me in a car in years, happened when I was in 4th gear. The Hellcat is a beast. So we've learned something today. Hellcat owners, if you're in track mode and it's even a little wet outside, don't floor the accelerator in any gear. And to the rest of you, if there happens to be a Hellcat in your general area, good luck. If you put the camera there and it was side on, would that be better, or is this better?
I like this better.
Okay, because you don't want to move the camera. All right, is it rolling now? We've been talking and this is, oh my gosh, this is a disaster.